Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you the best Salamence build for raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I feel like a lot of people have kind of forgotten about this Pokemon because Roaring Moon is now a thing, but it's still a very strong Pokemon, and what you need to do to get it is come over to Artisan West. It is a Violet only exclusive, so if you're on Scarlet you will have to trade for it or get it in a raid online. So once you flew over to Artisan West, we're going to be coming right up here on top of this big mountain right here. So put a waypoint there and make your way up this big cliff. Once you finally made it to the top, this is where we're going to be able to find Bagon, who evolves into Shelgon then Salamence. So we're just going to search around for a little bit until we find one. So we have found one right here, right next to the ruins, and now we're just going to encounter it, and then you just want to catch it. Now that we've caught our Bagon, let's get into the build. I'm going to switch over to Pokemon Scarlet real quick. Now that we're on Pokemon Scarlet, and I'm guessing you've evolved your Bagon or Shelgon into a Salamence by now, unfortunately we do have to change its Tera type, so you will need 50 flying Tera shards. You get these from doing 3, 4, 5 and 6 star raids that are flying type. And then what you want to do is you want to head over here to Medalla East, and once you're here we're just going to be heading over this way, jumping over here and going into this restaurant. Once you're in here, just come all the way up to the top, speak to this person right here. He will give you a Tera type depending on what Tera shard you have. You need 50 of each one to change it, so just go ahead and do that. Now the reason we're doing flying type instead of a dragon type is I don't think we've done a flying type yet, and we've already done 2 dragon types, and flying types are super effective against more things. Now the item we're going to be using is the choice band. Let me show you where to get that. So what you want to do is you want to fly over to Messagoza West. Once you're in Messagoza West, we're going to be going this way through this archway. Then you want to keep going till you get to the middle of here and turn right, and then we're going to be keep going till we get to the bottom of some stairs. Once you're at the bottom of the stairs, I want you to turn left, keep going until you reach the Delibird shop, which is right here. Then we're going to be clicking battle items and scrolling down until we see our choice items. We're going to be buying the choice band for 100,000 Pokedollars. This will raise our attack by 50%, but will only let us use 1 move or raid. However, this does reset if we faint. Now that we have our Tera type and our held item, next thing we're going to need is the correct nature. So when you get out of the Delibird shop, I want you to come back from the way you came. When you get to the top of the stairs, I just want you to keep going, and now we're going to turn right, and right here there will be a Chansey supply shop. Chansey on the front, black and green shop, go in there, and we're going to be buying the Adamant Minch, which boosts our attack and reduces our special attack, because this will be a physical attacking build. As you can see there, our attack is up, our special attack is down. Our EVs are going to go into HP and attack, and you want to make sure you have max IVs on everything except special attack. Now if you don't know where to get max IVs, you can come to any Delibird shop, and then we're going to be clicking on general goods this time, and then you can buy your bottle caps, 20,000 Pokedollars each, and for each bottle cap you buy it will max 1 IV, so you need 5 for full Pokemon excluding the special attack. Okay, so once we've got our bottle caps, we're just going to be going all the way to the top of the map and flying over to Montenevera. Once we get to Montenevera, we're just going to be going up here and going towards the guy with the Abomasnow. He will hyper train your Pokemon, and then you want to choose the Pokemon you want to hyper train and then click bottle caps, and you want to do the HP, the attack, the defense, the special defense, and the speed. We don't want to do the special attack, that will just be a waste of money. Now moving on to the ability that you should have is Intimidate. Unless you caught it from a raid, then it might have its hidden ability, but we're going to be using Intimidate, which lowers the opponent's attack by 1 stage, and if we're against a physical attacker, this will be very good because they'll barely do any damage to us unless they remove negative effects. Now our moves are going to be Dual Wing Beat, Dragon Dance, Roost, and Dragon Claw. Our main attacking move is going to be Dual Wing Beat. It attacks twice in a row, 40 power each time, so we're looking at 80 power, 90 accuracy. Now you will miss this attack sometimes, but it's a quite powerful flying type move. There's not many powerful flying type moves out there, so this is the best option that we have. If you was going for a special attacking build, you could do Rain Dance Hurricane, but then we'd have to use a special attacking build, and that would drop our damage by quite a bit. Now the second move, Dragon Dance, this will raise our attack and speed by 1 stage each. Roost, this will recover half of our maximum HP, and Dragon Claw is a powerful dragon type move because we're also a dragon type. Now we won't be using Dragon Dance, Roost, and Dragon Claw in this build. The reason I have learned these 3 moves is because if you wanted to do a Life Orb build instead, or something along those lines, then you would use Dragon Dance to set up, you would use Roost to heal, and then you would attack with Dual Wing Beat enhanced by the Life Orb. So that's why I put these 4 moves here, and I suggest you learn them just in case you want to switch things up. So Dual Wing Beat, Roost, and Dragon Claw we learn all through level up. You don't have to worry about those. However, Dragon Dance we will need to learn through a TM. If you don't know where to get TMs, you can just go to to any Pokemon Center, it'll be the green section. This is the TM machine, and then we're going to be going over to TM 100. It will cost us 5,000 LP, free Tatsugiri scales, free Gibble scales, and free Noibat fur. Now let me show you where to get these. Now for our Tatsugiri, you want to fly to Casaraya Lake, the middle. Once you're here, just jump off any side you want into the ocean, and you will find Tatsugiri there, and you just want to take them out. This will get us our Tatsugiri scales. As for our Gibbles, we're going to fly over to Alphanada. Once you're at Alphanada, we're going to be going over to this cave right over here. Once you're here, just slow down. You don't want to be going too fast in case you miss them, and we're just going to be making our way down the cave until we find a Gibble or a Gabite. There they are. They've appeared quite quickly, so we're just going to take them out, and this will get us our Gibble scales. Now, as for our Noibat, we're going to be flying over to Fury Falls, and then we're just going to be turning around and climbing this wall right here. Once you get to the top, you'll find some grass, so we're going to be finding Noibat on this path right here, so you just want to keep a close eye out for it. There they are. Then you just want to take out all the Noibat and Noivern that you find so you can get your Noibat fur. Now, if you do want to run a dragon type Salamence, then all you would do is leave the dragon type Tera on the Salamence when you evolve it, and instead of dual wing beat being our main move, a Dragon Claw will be our main move and dual wing beat will be our backup move. Nothing else will change, so it's just a minor adjustment if you do want the dragon type. I chose flying type so you've got more of a variety of Pokemon to take raids out with. Now that we've gone over the full build, let's get into some raids. So we have our first 5-star raid. It's a fighting type Goodra. Let's get straight into it. We've decreased the Goodra's attack with our Intimidate. This could actually be quite a difficult raid if it has Dragon Pulse. We start off with dual wing beat. Every time we attack, we do get hit with Gooey, so it's going to be faster than us pretty much all raid. So it does use Dragon Pulse on us. How much will this do? Just under half. And now it will use Dragon Pulse again. That puts us on 176 HP. We use dual wing beat again. I'm hoping that we can get our Terrestrialize before we get taken out, if we get taken out. So the shield on Goodra does go up. It uses Draco Meteor to finish off the Haxorus, so its special attack has gone down now. And then it uses Rain Dance, so it uses Dragon Pulse on us. I wonder if that, yeah, that special attack is gonna reduce its damage considerably. Only did 40 damage. Gooey affects us though. So what we're going to do is we can still heal even though we have a choice item, so we're gonna heal up, hopefully get a decent heal. So we did get a couple of 100 health back, and now if he doesn't steal our Terra Charge, we can just Terrestrialize and do a lot more damage. Uses Sludge Bomb, hopefully it doesn't poison us. It doesn't, and now we can go into our flying type Terrestrialize. We're no longer weak to Dragon Pulse, which is great. It uses Sludge Bomb on us. Does it poison us this time? It does not, and we can use dual wing beat now. It should do a lot more damage. So as you can see, it's doing a decent amount of damage now. Our speed can't actually go any lower, so we hit it twice. Next turn we can break the shield, so it nullifies all the stat changes on our side. So because we're using choice items and we can only use an attacking move, we will never run into the problem of, say we was using Life Orb and it took away all of our stats. With the choice items, that doesn't really matter because we never change our stats. So we do attack it again with dual wing beat to break its shield. So its shield is now broken and it is in red health, so we can just finish it off next turn. It does use acid armor though, so maybe not. That will raise its defense by 2 stages, so we're going to use dual wing beat again. Not sure if this will actually kill now because of that. I don't think it will. So that was our 2 hits. It will take another hit than we originally thought because of that acid armor. Now with all the gooey animations, this raid has took longer than usual, but we've still got a decent time remaining, and now we're just going to finish it off with our last dual wing beat. That's the first raid down, and it was a strong raid, another pseudo legendary dragon type. Let's get into the second raid. Now this is an example of a raid that you will struggle against with this Salamence if you're using the choice items. So we're struggling right now because when we attacked, Curse Body is activated and now we're disabled. So you want to be careful with Pokemon like Gengar who have Curse Body, or if they just have disable in general. I thought I'd show you this real quick so you know in advance if you do use the choice item instead of the Life Orb, then it does come at the small risk. You won't run into him much, but you run into him every now and then. Our second raid is going to be a 5-star fighting type Houndoom. Let's begin. So our Intimidate activates, reducing his attack, and then we're going to use a dual wing beat, see how much damage it does. It's doing a decent amount of damage. Let's see what he uses. It's using Howl to raise its attack because its attack was just decreased, so that kind of balances it out. And then it uses Will-O-Wisp. Not sure why it was allowed to use 2 attacks, but there's nothing we can do about it. We're going to use dual wing beat again to see how much damage it does. It does a lot less because of the Will-O-Wisp, and then it uses Crunch on us that does around 40 damage because its attack's only even at the minute. And then it uses Sunny Day. Right, so I'm going to keep using dual wing beat until it it brings its shield up, and then we're going to heal to get rid of the burn. So it uses flamethrower. That's going to do not that much damage because it's not very effective against us, even though it is boosted by the sun. It steals some of our terra charge, which is not good, and then removes negative effect from itself, so now its attack is on +1. I'm going to heal up now. This will get rid of that burn and heal us a little bit. It has healed us back to full health. Now the Houndoom has used Taunt, which is just a wasted move because we can't use anything but dual wing beat anyway, and now we use dual wing beat. It's doing a decent amount of damage to the shield, even though we're not terrestrialized yet. It uses Will-O-Wisp and it misses because it's only got 85% accuracy. Now we can terrestrialize and do some real damage. Now really how every raid's going to normally go is you use your 3 dual wing beats and it'll have its shield up by then, and then you terrestrialize and destroy its shield and then finish it off. Unfortunately, we did miss because we're on 90% accuracy, but then he misses his Will-O-Wisp, so we're going to try again. We do hit this time. Let's see how much damage it does. So I think it might kill. It might just be a bit under. It did kill. It takes the shield down, and that's the second raid done. It does use Will-O-Wisp before it actually faints for real though for some reason, and then it finally goes down. Moving on to the third raid. Okay, so we found our third 5-star raid. It should be an interesting one because it's a Magna Zone. It's grass type. Let's begin. So our Intimidate doesn't really mean anything to it because it's a special attacker. As you can probably tell, our Salamence excels against physical attackers because of its Intimidate. So we're going to use dual wing beat, see how much damage we do. Not too much. It won't be that much of a threat to us until we terrestrialize. It's used Thunder Wave, great. But things like Thunder and Thunderbolt won't do as much damage as they will when we're terrestrialized, of course. So it's not doing too much damage to us. We're going to use dual wing beat again. It steals some of our terra charge. I refuse to accept that they should be able to steal your terra charge in these raids. So we can't move this turn because we're paralyzed. We use dual wing beat next turn because we can move this turn, and then it uses flash cannon, and the Magna Zone shield has gone up. Right, now we're going to heal up. I'm guessing it will use flash cannon again. It uses tri attack this time. Hopefully it doesn't do any status conditions to us. It doesn't. I forgot it stole some of our terra charge, so we can't even wing beat. I should have waited another turn. Did I say I can't even wing beat? I meant I can't even terra. It uses tri attack again. Just don't paralyze us or anything like that. Burn us, that's even worse. So we're going to heal up again. I just want to be able to terrestrialize and do a lot of damage. It doesn't really heal us that much. I think it gives us like 70, 80 health. So I'm just going to terrestrialize anyway, even though like we're on 70 health, because I think that a dual wing beat terrestrialized will destroy Magna Zone shield. Let's find out if the gamble paid off. So let's see how much one does. And it was just a bit off. It nullifies all the stat changes and abilities on our side, and then uses Thunder Wave. Our allies do break the shield though. We attack first for some reason, but I'm not complaining because we use dual wing beat and then finish the raid. So that's the Magna Zone down, someone we was really weak against because of that Thunderbolt as soon as we terrestrialized. I've had a lot of fun with this Salamence. It's not the strongest Pokemon in the world, but it does get the job done, and it's actually surprisingly bulky. Now, if you want a really strong fire type Pokemon that can one-shot raids, then click on screen right now. This Houndoom build will do the trick, and I'll catch you on the next one.